Welcome back. So Sean, man, I'm so glad to have you here, man.
Kirk.
I'm excited, bro. It's
What's
a
up,
blessing, man.
What's up, man?
Listen, man.
Shout
I
out
can't
to
believe
Kirk
it.
Ray Smith. Shout out to the One Charitable Coalition.
Come on, man.
Make sure y'all support, man. Dope nonprofit, doing good things in the community.
Sir.
Kirk, thanks for having me,
Bro,
man.
man, listen, man. I'm
St.
telling you.
Pete, man. St. Pete, Florida. What up?
But listen, man, I'm telling you, man, I don't even know where to start, but I'll start with this. So now your journey, right? I mean, what an incredible journey it's been, and it's not over. And I tell people all the time, and I think we're the same generation. I think you're like a year older than me. But there's something about you that I don't even think you know we have in common. Now, I know you're an expert caddy, right? Right?
Golf caddy.
So
yeah.
my first job, listen, first job, I was a caddy, man, when I was 14. I did it for a couple years, man. And I'm telling you, man, I used to make like $35 a day. You know how much money $35 a day was?
That was a lot of money back then, yeah?
For a 14-year-old, man.
Right.
Now, and they literally paid
In
us.
the 80s.
Yeah, and we had a caddy shack.
Yeah, we
a
did
real
too.
caddy shack.
Yeah.
And man, and no taxes.
Yeah.
Right? No pay stubs. They were straight cash.
Crazy connections with the
Man,
members.
well, I remember one time, so it was a Jewish golf course, Jewish golf club. And I remember I said, man, I'm going to fight the power. You know, I was like, I'm tired of this because a lot of golfers, they would throw their golf clubs all over the place, right? And they would just throw them. I'm like, man, not today. I ain't chasing no man's golf clubs, right? So the one rich guy, every time got mad, bad shot through his golf club. I stood there like, nah, man. And they used to call me Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch.
Right.
It was like, Hugs, you going to go get my club? I'm like, nah, man, I ain't going to get that. I stood there. And I thought about that $35 a day, so I ran and got the golf club.
Yeah.
So in other words, money don't change people, but it starts the conversation.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, so I'm glad you're here, man. So, let's get right to it, man.
Let's do it.
I know me and you, we talked before about different things, and I understand that it's an interesting time we live in, man. And I don't know if the world is more selfish. I don't know if people are more selfish as much as it is more exposed. We just see it more, because of social media. Sometimes I think we see too much, but I don't know if people have gotten worse or that we just have more information on people. What's kind of your message right now during this time? Do you think we're in the difficult times or the interesting times? I mean, how do you, what's sort of your message around how to cope with that, especially for young people?
Well, Kirk, man, I first of all, thanks for having me on your show, man. I go to sleep every night with a positive attitude, and I wake up every day with a positive attitude. I'm a type of guy, man, that I believe that my destiny and my future is controlled by me. I don't believe that my life is already written. I don't believe that I'm just living out some divine plan. I believe that if I get up and do something, things will happen.
Okay.
And if I choose not to get up and not to do nothing, nothing is gonna happen. So I don't watch the news or get engulfed in all of that. I'm here to achieve some preset goals that I set for myself, and I ain't letting nothing get in my way, man.
Yes, sir.
So if you want something in this life, especially if you live in America, you can make it happen.
Yeah, yep. So let's back up with your journey, man. So a little bit about where you came from. So tell me a little bit about your upbringing, your roots, your childhood. Like I know you lived in New Jersey and Atlanta and different places. Talk to me a little bit about that. Like what was the start like for Sean G?
So I grew up in a single household in northern New Jersey, single mother. Typical childhood. I got a new bike when all the kids in the neighborhood got a new bike, or 3-speed, 10-speed.
Driving riding 5 miles away from the house.
You be all summer everywhere. My mother gave me everything that I wanted, and went to school, played in the street, was athletic, played sports. And was just a typical kid, man. This was in the 1970s and 80s. Graduated high school, then went to Atlanta.
So right after high school, you went to Atlanta?
Right after high school. As soon as I graduated, June of 87, August of 87, I was enrolled as a freshman at Morris Brown College in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, so you went there. How long were you in Atlanta?
I got to Atlanta in 1987. I left Atlanta. I graduated in 1993. And I stayed maybe about another 6 months to a year. And then I left and came and went back to Jersey.
Jersey. So what was it like as far as like your career choice? Like what sort of got you into real estate and finance? I know you're a financial analyst and all those things. What was it that, how early was that, were you interested in that type of
Well, you know, it's crazy, man, because you was talking about caddying.
Yeah.
And I caddied, it was a private country club too, man. And a lot of the dudes that I used to caddy for were stockbrokers on Wall Street.
Okay.
And that's really what I wanted to do. And so I majored in accounting, and with every intent of getting my accounting degree, coming back to New Jersey, working in New York on Wall Street, and got involved, caught some felonies in the process, messing around, doing things I shouldn't have did. And that kind of knocked me out the box as far as working for a
Well,
financial.
talk to me a little bit about that, man. Like, what sort of led to that? Like, how did you sort of go left a little bit?
Well, because in the late 80s, man, you know, selling crack was the thing, man. That was, you know, if you wanted a fly car,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you wanted the
Absolutely.
5-star rims with the fly system in the car.
With the Daytons and the
Right.
Trues and Vols.
That was, the guys that had that were doing that. So I said, well, let me do it, you know, and bad choice, horrible decision, and created a lot of problems for me. But I didn't let that stop me, because even after I graduated from college, I went back to Jersey, went back to the golf course where I used to caddy as a kid, and one of the members had a recruiting firm where he placed accountants in corporate America. So I said, look, Mr. J, I said, man, I got a felony, man. I got my degree, but I caught a felony too. He said, man, don't worry about it. He got me a job. And from there, you know, I just went on and did my thing. I got into doing mergers and acquisitions, which was what I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy, man. And even with the, you never can, don't, you know, I have a tendency to tell myself that I can't do something before anybody
Absolutely.
else tells me I can't do it.
Facts, though.
And
Facts.
what I've learned is that you can't tell yourself, don't tell yourself no, let somebody else tell you
That's
no.
right. That's right.
You tell yourself,
That's right.
yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
That's right.
And I ended up doing probably more than what I would have done as a stockbroker. You know, after I caught my felony and got placed in this corporate job, I was doing mergers and acquisitions, man. And yeah.
That's wild, man. And I mean, I think too, you know, a lot of times, and for me, I do believe in path crossing and destiny. And I don't believe anything happens for no reason at all. There's always a plan, there's always something in that. Now, that being said, I do think, and I agree with you, that we do all have to participate in our own destiny. Like, we got a role to play in that. So no matter how much you pray, no matter how much you believe,
Talk about it.
You got to take action and you got to take initiative, because in many times, or oftentimes, whatever you need, you already have. It's just a matter of you taking advantage of it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people talk, I hear a lot of people talk about what they're going to do. I hear a lot of people talking about all their dreams.
It ain't
and
finna do nothing. It ain't did nothing.
It ain't right. And so my thing is, if you're dreaming and you don't take action, it's just a dream, right? And you got people posing as visionaries, but they're dreamers. A visionary and a dreamer is not the same. A dreamer dreams. A visionary takes action.
He's working.
And so I really look at you as somebody that's very much a visionary. And what I want to do when we come back, I want to like dig into some of the things that you've done in the business world and how do you connect that to what you're doing now.
Cool.
Cool?
Let's do
All
it.
right, we'll be right back.